Okay, great. So, good morning, everyone. Thank you, Rahul, for inviting me to this conference. I see you guys are all here getting yourself ready for 2018. So my name is Ethan, as what Rahul said. So what I'm going to share with you is something really, an interesting perspective. You see, people mastery for sales, when you look at it, you think, I'm not really in sales. It's really relevant for me. So I want to ask you guys a question first. How many of you here are in sales? Just a quick check. You have to sell as part of your job. Check. Only a few of you guys. It's really a trick question. How many of you think you have to sell your proposal to your boss? Let me just ask. How many of you think when you are actually interviewing for a job, you actually have to sell yourself to your employer, sorry. Right? All of us, whether we like it or not, we're in sales. And how many of us are parents here? And if you're parents here, you do realize the importance of selling to your children? Right? Maybe some of you guys think you just tell them what to do, but you know it doesn't work like that after a while, right? So selling is really part of our lives, and I realized that if I can teach people, not just selling techniques and all that, but I teach you about people, you're going to get a even better perspective of selling. So what I'm going to share with you today, and I want to ask you guys, how many of you want to be a better salesperson in 2018? Just a quick check. How many of you want to persuade people better? Right? Persuade people better. And so that's what I want to talk about today, and I want to show you guys how you can increase your sales closing by up to 300% without having to overwork or call 3 times the number of clients. Now, of course, my program that I really designed is for salespeople, but it doesn't really matter. All of you guys here are going to learn something today that you can use the moment you step out of this room, or even on the person next to you. All right. So just a quick introduction of myself. I'm a sales trainer with about 5 years experience. I'm an MBTI practitioner. How many of you guys here have heard of MBTI? Check. Most of you guys, 50% of you guys. MBTI is one of the foremost personality profiling systems, but I'm not sharing about that today. It's a bit complex for now. I'm ACTA certified. And also about 5 years ago, I think 4 years ago, I created this website called personality-central.com about all things related to personality type. Because I was so fascinated by the subject, I designed this website to be all things about personality, right? About leadership, communication, how to sell, even in love. A lot of people like to learn about love stuff, so I get people writing for me from all over the world asking about love advice, which I don't give. Okay, so right now I have about 100,000 people visiting this website to really learn about themselves every single month. All right. So these are some people I've trained. Mainly I train a lot of sales organizations, also a lot of team building events as well. So I do all kinds of stuff. Right, so maybe just to start above sharing, this is one of my training courses that I run usually. It's a 2-day training program for salespeople. But let me just start off by sharing with you about my journey as a salesperson. You know, I started out my university, I graduated from SMU, Singapore Management University, and I had a great aspiration. I wanted to make a lot of money. And in order to make a lot of money, I thought to myself, there's only really 2 things you can do. You know, what is it? What are the 2 things, guess? Making a lot of money, not getting business, yes. Thank you, Raisin. Huh? Marry a rich girl. okay, not really marry a rich girl, but really to do business or selling. So I started out doing business. I thought, you know, I'm going to start doing a business. And I started doing, being a fresh from university, I had no idea what business is all about. Ironically, I graduated with a business degree. I still don't know what business is about. So I started out thinking, oh, because everyone says in order to start a business, you need to have something really unique that nobody else has. So I started something really unique. Okay, let me listen to this. This is why I started. Okay, I started a travel company doing luxury tours to the Himalayas. Okay, let me say that again. Luxury tours to the Himalayas. When you hear Himalayas, what do you think of? First thing, mountains. Is it going to be easy? No, it's going to be hard, right? Hiking and all that. Imagine I tell somebody, you're going to do luxury tours to the Himalayas. People are like, they shook it for a while. What? What luxury tours? So it was a really hard product to sell. It was a really unique product, but a really hard product to sell. So, but that's where I learned my sales education. How many of you know university doesn't prepare you how to sell? It doesn't, right? It just teaches you how to learn things, right? But you know how to sell. But that's where I learned. So what I do, we had no idea what to do, so we just made files, sales kits, and then we went to stand on Clarke Quay. You know, at Clarke Quay, the pub area, I just went on there and started selling travel packages to people. Imagine the surprise of people, huh? Selling travel packages in the middle of Clarke Quay. People, of course, are surprised. But the thing is that I couldn't get any sales. I got a lot of contacts, but I couldn't get a sales. So I thought to myself, you know what, long story short, I decided maybe it's a product that's terrible. Okay, it's so unique that nobody knows what it is. Everyone says, yes, I want to travel there, but maybe next year. Okay, maybe next year, and that's why you can't get a sale like that. All right, so I decided, you know what, maybe it's not the product, maybe it's not me, it's the product. I think I can sell pretty well, I can talk pretty well. I think maybe I should try something else. So I went to the bank. You know, I went to the bank, went to this bank, and then started learning how to, went for 2-month training. I thought, you know what, I think the bank should teach me how to sell since, you know, it's 2 months training, right? But ironically, it didn't teach me how to sell. So it was 2 months training on the products, and learning about the products, and learning about the subject matter, which is finance, insurance, investments, and so that. So when I went down there, I realized, wow, I just sat down there and I was talking, hey, how do I sell? I have no idea. I still have no idea after 2 months of training. And how many of you have this experience before? Maybe you join a firm and you think, they're going to teach me how to sell. Actually, you come out of there, it's still just as blur as ever. Right? So that was what happened to me. And I always hear the dreaded thing from a customer. Yeah, you know what, that's a good idea, I will think about it. Right? If you guys are in sales, you'll hate that statement because you don't know how to react after that. Right? So I thought, you know, so I started on a journey to really learn about how to sell. And I chanced upon a very interesting subject, which is type, a personality type. And I thought, I was so fascinated by this subject, and I thought, maybe if I could apply this to sales, maybe something will happen. Maybe we are looking at the wrong thing when it comes to selling. So that's why I developed this program called People Mastery for Sales. I'll tell you more about that in a while. And this was one of the misconceptions that a lot of people have. When you sit in front of a client, when you sit in front of your boss, you think if I can explain it well enough, if I can say it well enough, people will buy it. That was what I thought. So I thought, okay, I better spend a lot of time learning about my subject, whatever the subject is. I thought that was the truth. Right? And maybe some of us think like that. You think that if I know my product really well, somebody will buy it. And I realize it's not true, right? Because they will always be really engaged, really like you a lot, and then say, okay, thanks for teaching me, thanks for telling me all these things, I'm going to do something else, or think about it, come back to you. So that was what I encountered, right? And so I realized, and in my research I learned about this, according to the Stanford Research Institute, right, success in any endeavor, in anything that you do, it does not just in sales, but in business, in management, right? Success is made up of 2 components, okay? Product knowledge and people knowledge, okay? Product knowledge and people knowledge. Guess how many percent, according to this research, right, is due to product knowledge? Guess, come. 5%? 20%? Great, thank you. 30%. Around there, you think? Maybe around there, 5%, 30%. Close, okay? You guys get the gist of it, okay? 12.5% only is product knowledge. And it means the other 87.5% is people knowledge. So how many of you have a boss, right, that is managing you now? There's more salary than you now. There's a bigger bonus than you now that doesn't seem to know what you know. How many of you have a boss like that? What's the problem? Here, they know how to manage you. That's what it is, okay? Your boss probably gets paid better because they know how to manage you. They have better people knowledge than you. So many of us have this misconception that, hey, if we know our product really well, we'll get promoted. You know, that's actually a trap as an employee. How many of you are employees here? You know, do you know that it's actually a curse to know your product too well? If you know it too well, guess what? They'll say, you know what? You know your stuff so well, nobody can replace you. I think you stay there better. Okay? This is what will happen, right? But so if in order to have success in any endeavor, we have to be good with people, right? We have to be good with the people knowledge. And that's where people want to promote you and say, you know what? I think you're good at selling to people. You're good at persuading people. You're good at managing people. I think I should promote you. You may not know your product really well. It doesn't matter. Okay? It's about people. Right? So realize that was true in the sales as well. In sales, many of us think in order to succeed, we have to learn our stuff really, really, really well. And that was what I realized. I thought I better study the markets. I better study financial markets. I better learn every single thing about my industry. But I realized I saw my colleagues. They don't seem to know their stuff, but they're selling like much more than me. It's because of this, right? So in 2008, why don't you guys focus on something different? Focus on people knowledge. And that is what I want to share with you guys today as well. So I developed this system called the People Mastery System. It's a simple 3-step system to help you understand how you can move from where you are right now to become a more effective salesperson, manager, parent, anything. okay? Because it's all about people. So these 3 simple steps are this. I'm going to run through this quickly with you in the next half an hour or so, okay? Discover, learning how to understand yourself, as what Rahul said just now, how to understand yourself, and how people are different from you. And then learning how to spot. This is something very interesting that I do, but I teach salespeople how to profile somebody in under 5 minutes. How do you look at somebody and looking at their behavior, looking at the way they talk, being able to guess which type they are, okay? And last of all, if you can know what type they are, you know how to say something in a way that they want to hear it, okay? And you're much more effective in the way you persuade people. Let me just share with you the 4 types of prospects. Let's talk about discover first, okay? So I made this into cartoons, okay? This, if you guys are keen to learn about profiling systems, the science behind it, you can come talk to me later. I'll tell you what system this is based on. This is not my own, but what I did is to make it simple, fun, and easy for anybody to get. Because I know in order for you to learn something, the best thing is make it simple, make it fun, make it easy. So 4 types of prospects that everybody will meet. It means that you are in this category as well, one of the 4, okay? 4 types of prospects, 4 types of clients, 4 types of managers, 4 types of employees, 4 types, okay? And they are knights, explorers, healers, and wizards. So I developed a whole system around this, and I'll talk about each one of them individually. Okay, how many of you are ready? Ready to learn? Okay, so I'm going to feed your mind with a lot of stuff. Learn it, okay? If you can apply whatever I just teach you, just apply it to the next person you try to persuade. You'll find it super, super effective. Trust me. Okay, let's go with the knights. Okay, who are the knights? I want guys to think of somebody, who is somebody who is always very careful. No, not the what people that he shared about just now, but the people who are very careful with their money. Every single cent must count. Okay, when they see the word sale, they walk there, see what deal is going on. Okay, and then they always look for the value of money. Like, hey, that one I think compare better. Let me check the internet for review. See which one's better. You know somebody like that? Okay, extremely careful with their money. These are the knights. Okay, very cautious. A knight, right? What's their psychology of a knight? Why do they always seem a bit negative? Do these people seem a bit very pessimistic, a bit negative? They're actually really cautious people. In their mind, they're thinking, what's the worst case scenario? What's the worst case scenario if I were to buy something from you? If I buy it, what if I make a wrong decision? So these are the people that always ask, what if, what if, what if? They are your accountants, sometimes, your finance managers, right? They will ask, what if this one don't go well? What if that don't go well? Maybe you know a spouse like that. You have a spouse like that as well. Laugh. Right? Is your spouse recent? Okay? They believe in working hard, saving money. Knights are good with money. They are good with money. And they believe in really working hard and accumulating their bank account. For what reason? They're preparing for the worst case scenario, good. The future, which they are afraid that one day the rainy day comes and say, what if one day something happens to my family? What if one day this thing, I lose my job? I better have the savings to be ready. So they're really good at saving, okay? And they're very responsible, feeling very obliged to accomplish the tasks and duties assigned to them. So a knight client behaves like this. A knight manager is like this. Careful, sometimes on the flip side, a bit micromanaging, a bit control sometimes. Okay, so these are some of the clients that you meet, okay, or even the managers that you meet, or the people you encounter. Let's talk about the other one, the next one, the explorers. Okay, explorers are really different from the knights. Okay, they're really fun-loving, exciting, okay, optimistic people. Where the knights are really cautious, thinking about the worst-case scenario. Explorers are the ones who are thinking, hey, yeah, things will turn out well, one lah. Things will turn out well no matter what lah. So they tend to be more careless with their money, in a sense. More careless with their lives, even. Taking gambles, taking risks, okay? Doing the bungee jumping, going for the motorbiking, going all the crazy stuff. Because they believe things will work out for good. That's the psychology behind these people. They think things will work out for good. That's why they dare to take risks. Knights, on the other hand, no risk. No risk. Anything must check. Track record, everything must be safe, secure. These people, things will work out for good one lah. Don't worry about it lah. Let's just try. Okay, and then guess what? Sometimes it works out. They're like, yeah, see, it worked out. Sometimes it doesn't work out. Say, not my fault. The person's fault. Okay, they do that. Okay, sometimes. And so they are non-committal. They don't like to commit to things. You ask them, hey, you want to meet up next week or not? See how lah. Yeah. Later you meet up later. We see how. I see how I feel. How many of you have friends like that? Do that to you? Or like call you at 11 p.m. Hey, go for supper, leh. You know, have friends like that? Out of nowhere, just call you for supper. You're like, cannot lah, already. You know, I want to sleep already. Don't wait lah. Sleep can wait till tomorrow lah. You know. Yeah, that one. Okay. And spontaneous. Don't plan and take things as they come. These people have a schedule. Okay, they say they have a schedule, but they never follow the schedule. Okay. They make the schedule, and then they change it every single day. Okay. So, how many of you are in sales? Just check again. Okay, just a quick check. How many of you are in sales? Sell something to people. Okay, you have to sell something. I tell you, there's a way to catch these people. Okay. These are the people that if you try to meet them 2 weeks in advance, right? They will say okay, and then the day comes, and then they'll just say you. Say bye-bye. Sorry, I'm not free. How do you catch them? Just catch them on the same day. Hey friend, you free for coffee now? Or let's meet. That's how you catch them. Okay, they'll be like, oh yeah, got time, 1 hour. Let's meet. You know, they're like that. That's how you catch this kind of clients. Okay. I want to talk about a third type. Okay, the healers. Many of you guys in the personal development industry are healers. Okay, let's talk about them. Healers. Okay, I want guys to think of this. How many of you have watched Star Wars? Check Star Wars. Check. Okay. All right. How many of you know Yoda? Yoda, right? Okay. All right. How many of you have watched Karate Kid? Karate Kid. Okay. Mr. Miyagi. Know Mr. Miyagi? Okay. So the healer is like the mentor of the movie. In every story, in every movie, there's the mentor. The hero of the story starts on his journey, trying to do whatever he needs to do, and then there's always a teacher that comes into his life that teaches him not just a skill, but also how to live life. He philosophizes, you should do this, tells you about the deep things in life, this is what you should learn, and all that. These are the healers of our society, the consciences of our society. Okay? They are passionate, having a strong conviction they hold on to. Healers, when you talk about everyday life things, what are you going to eat? Whatever, don't really care. I'll eat whatever comes. Talk about everyday life stuff, they don't really care. Money, sometimes they also, okay, whatever. But when it comes to their conviction, what they believe in, they are very strong, very passionate, very stubborn even. Okay? Right? They are personal. Enjoy genuine relationships. They don't like titles. If you are even in a business meeting, you call them Mr. Lim, for example. They say, no, don't call me Mr. Lim, just call me Ethan. No. Don't call me by what the society calls me. Just call me by who I am. So in a sense, they are authentic. They want to be authentic. Okay? Idealistic, always believe they can make the world a better place. Okay? Through their work, through their voice, through the stage, they hope to make the world a better place. Many of you guys here in the personal development industry, you guys are healers. Because you believe that through your words, that through your communication, you can make the world think better, become better, make that world, make people more harmonious to come together. And last of all, okay, the wizards. Wizards, when I tell salespeople about wizards, they all like, oh, that difficult customer, that's the wizard. Okay, the whole day challenge me all the time. Okay. I want you guys to think, when you think wizards, think Merlin. Sitting in the ivory tower away from the commoners society, say, these people are commoners. I don't think like them. Okay, I'm going to sit in my ivory tower, learn about my magic tomes, create new magic spells. Okay, think like that, wizards. Okay, insightful. Wizards are highly knowledgeable people. Love to read, love to understand the way the world works, politics, economy, money. They love to understand all these big topics. And when you talk to a wizard about this, okay, you guess what? You hear a lot of this from them. Hear the analysis, and then you hear already, maybe you don't want to talk to them already after a while. Okay? Skeptical. No matter what idea you give to a wizard, okay? No matter what idea you give to a wizard, they always say, but how about this? Do you consider that? What's the logic behind this? Then after a while, you're very thin. A salesperson, you tell them, whatever proposal you give them, okay, they're going to challenge you, no matter what. How many of you have faced customers like that before? Like, you think, this customer, you think you're very smart like that. Okay. Like that, yeah, those guys, okay? They will challenge you no matter what, okay? And last of all, strategic. Wizards are conceptual, big picture kind of people. Knights love details, but wizards don't like. Wizards want to tell me, just tell me the concept. Just tell me the big picture, get to the point. Okay, these are the wizards. So why is this 4 types so important? Okay. Because when you're selling or persuading people, you realize the strength of your argument, how you argue a case, right, is not about how well you say it, it's how well they receive it. How do they want to hear it? Okay, that's what's important. Okay, when you look at the way you sell, the way you communicate, maybe the first question you ask yourself is, which type is this person? Because what you will tell them, how you will say it, makes a very big difference. Because you want to speak to their subconscious. Okay, so this is the 4 types. I want you to just quickly take a glance at these 4 types I just went through, and ask yourself, which type are you? Okay, look at it yourself first. Which type do you think you're likely? Okay. Okay, just look at it. I know some of you think I'm a mix of both, right? Well, you just choose lah. Just choose your primary, secondary. Doesn't matter. Okay, just pick. All right. Do we have it? Have an idea which type you might be? Are you responding, guys? Have Okay. So I want to talk about the next part. Okay. Next part. You know, one of the things after studying salespeople for many years, right, I realized one of the best things they know how to do, right, is they know how to profile people. A top-level salesperson, and if you want to succeed, right, you do, right, you have to profile people well. Okay? And how do we profile people? Let me just hear. How do you profile people usually? I mean, I'll throw a few, then you throw them back to me. You profile people by gender, by age. What else? Sorry? Appearance. Yes, thank you. What else? Income. Yes, income. You can't really profile somebody's income unless you ask them. But yes, you profile them by that. Okay. What else? Speech. Anything else? Sorry, education, is it? Thank you. You know, so we profile people in all these ways. And a top salesperson, what they do, I study top salespeople and how they persuade people. They always profile people with all these metrics very quickly. And then when they understand that, they will speak the way they think this person wants to hear it. They sell the same product 5, 10 different ways. And then they know that this person will like it because of the way you say it. It's the same thing for a salesperson, it's true for you as well. Sometimes, whether your boss accepts a proposal from you is how you say it. It's really sometimes how you put the thing across. Okay? And I realized that when I ask the salesperson, hey, how do you know how to do this? They'll say, no, experience. No, experience. So it's not really very helpful if you ask them to teach you how to do it. Right? So what I've done in this system is to teach people how to read a hot button in 5 minutes. How do you read somebody's hot button in 5 minutes? How do you pick it up quickly from the way they talk, from the way they appear? Okay? From the way they appear, from what they tell you. Okay? How do you pick it out quickly so that you know? Okay, you can see the 4 colors over here. These are my class. So I teach people how do you profile somebody in that really short time. Because if you can do that, it'll be super effective, I tell you. Okay? So spotting, really, it's all about how do you read somebody's behavior, language, and appearance in that very short time in order to guess their type. Okay? Of course, I will not teach you, the time is too short. Usually I take half a day to teach people how to do this. Okay? But I want to do a short activity right now. Okay? Can you just find somebody you don't really know? Just tap somebody on the shoulder. Tap somebody on the shoulder. Okay, just tap somebody. Introduce yourself. Say hi. Okay. Say hi to yourself. Say hi to your partner. Okay. Found somebody? Anybody that have a partner yet? Oh, got somebody? Okay, Okay. I want you guys to talk to your partner right now. And at the end of that 3 minutes of talking to them, right, make a guess of their type. Partner, don't reveal your type. Okay? And do it mutually, okay? So let's try, just have a normal conversation, and then at the 3 minutes, guess, oh, I think you probably might be a this, might be a that, okay? Try, 3 minutes, let's go. Okay, I know many of you guys speaking to one another, you're thinking to yourself, I think I'm a mix of everything, you know? I'm confused, you know? That's the usual reaction I get when I get this, you guys to do this for a short while. Let me share with you guys, when you study this at a very surface level, you will notice that you will have traits of every single type. And that is really normal as a person. But what really makes you a knight, or an explorer, or healer, or wizard, is something that I love to teach. And it's something that really drives us as human beings. Okay, let me share with you guys this. How do you know if you're really a knight? Okay. How do you know you're really a knight? It's when you are driven by a sense of responsibility. And you are driven by this sense that things have to be safe, secure. That's what you're driven by. Of course, we all can be organized in our own way. But what are you driven by? Okay, a knight is driven by the sense, the obligation to make sure they fulfill the duties to the people that they love. That's why they are so careful with their money, because they are so afraid to be seen as irresponsible. Okay. An explorer is really driven by freedom and options. They want options. So what happens when you tell an explorer this word called commitment? The moment they hear commitment, guess what happens in their heart? They just stay away from this guy. Okay? That's what really happens. I spoke to enough explorers, I know. If I say the word commitment to you and you suddenly feel this sense of fear, you're probably an explorer, because you want options in life. You want freedom to decide, to choose. Right? What drives a healer? How do you know you guys are a healer? You are driven by a sense of purpose. Purpose and meaning is what drives you. If I ask you what we chose a job, because it's fulfilling, because I find meaning in it. How about the pay? Well, pay is good also lah. Pay is always a secondary thing. In your mind, it's always purpose and meaning. Right? That's what you think about all the time. And wizards are really knowledge-driven. They want to know things for the sake of knowing. Right? And they are very achievement and competence-driven. All about success, achievement, and achieve the things that I've set myself to do. That's what wizards are. Okay, highly skeptical, knowledgeable, and seeking knowledge for its own sake. Okay, that's what makes each type what they are. Okay, each type what they are, and these are all the subconscious things I want to share with you guys right now. Okay, if you can apply this immediately to the person to the person that you spoke to just now, you find it super effective. So how many of you guys, just now when you did the exercise, you got it correctly? You got the person, guessed the person correctly. Oh, not bad, huh? Good start. Have you guessed it correctly? Quick check. Just check with your neighbor if you're not sure. Did you get it right? Okay. Yes? No? Okay. Don't worry. Usually I take 2 days to finish this. I'm just only have 30 minutes. So you probably won't get it the first time. Okay? So let's say, okay, so partner, can you just review your type to the other, your friend? Just review your type, which one you think you are. Okay. Okay. Review your type, okay? Review your type. Okay, let me ask a survey question. Okay, how many of you here are knights? Are knights? Quick check. You know you're a knight. Knights. Okay, should be correct. I'm glancing at you guys. Yeah, probably. How many of you are explorers? Explorers. Okay. Explorers, only a few. How many of you are healers? Healers. Healers. Healers, healers, healers. How many of you are wizards? Wizards. Skeptical people? Yes, wizards. Rima's having his book launch soon. Wizard, the introvert teacher. Okay, so, all right, so now that you know, let's see how many of you, by the way, I know a lot of you never say, how many of you are confused? Quick check, how many of you are confused? Don't worry, if you all really need me to profile you, can come talk to me. I'll just profile you in that 5 minutes. Okay. All right, so let's talk about the last application. Let's say you can read somebody quickly. Okay, to read somebody quickly is really powerful because guess what? You know what their hot buttons are. If you can press their hot buttons, their subconscious, guess what? You can persuade them very effectively. And this is not about manipulation, okay? I know people think, is it very manipulative? Well, it depends because it's a tool. A tool can be used for good or evil. I tend to see it as if you can use it to help yourself communicate your idea better to the other person. Okay? If you can communicate your idea better to the other person, it can be really effective in getting your idea across in the way they want to receive it. So let's talk about sell. People think sales is a numbers game. And they think sales is a numbers game because they don't understand the concept behind this. They think what people do usually is they try to sell the way they like to be sold. That's how people do it. They think if I like it like that, I think somebody else will like it like that. Well, that's because they miss out the key element of personality type. If you can understand type, suddenly your eyes will open. This is the reason why somebody doesn't buy from me. This is the reason why somebody likes my idea so much. Okay. So your sales approach can either be a machine gun, firing all your rounds. You say, hey, somebody tells you, sell it like that. And you say, okay, I'll try it like that. Then you find, hey, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Hey, what's the problem here? We just try everything we can. We never figure it out why. Okay, the machine gun fires all in the same direction, hoping one hits. Okay. But I want to teach you guys how to be a sniper. How do you look listen to the person they are speaking to, try to understand where they are coming from, which perspective are they coming from, and then say it the way they want to hear it. And that's how you get your sale much more effectively. Okay, I want to share with you just 4 tips. You're almost out of time, right? How much time do you have left? 10 minutes, 5 minutes. Okay, let me just go through quickly. How do you sell to knights? Okay, knights over here. Okay, this is how I should sell to you. Okay, use social proof. A knight always asks, what is people around me doing? Okay, they always ask this one, right or not, right? Those knights always think, hey, check review online, see what people are saying about this restaurant. Or they always see the queue. Guess what happens? They will take a second look. Queue, must be something good. Let me go and see. Social proof. When you sell, when you position anything, social proof is very important to knights. To everybody else like you. If everybody else like you, I also will like you. Okay, that's how they think. So how can you say it subtly? A power phrase I teach is to say this plan or proposal is usually what people at your stage are doing right now. This is what people are usually doing. And that's what knights want to hear. Everybody's doing it. I should do it too. Okay. Knights. Those who are knights, you know that that's true. Okay. Explorers. How do you speak to an explorer? Explorers are really instant gratification people. I still talk about instant gratification killing people. Yes. Explorers are usually the people that have really trouble with finances because they're always thinking, what do I get right now? Okay. You try to sell them the future. You know, you'll leave a legacy for your children. 10 years, 500 years down the road, you will leave your money, you will leave a legacy. They don't care. They want to know what do I get now. Right? If you are persuading anything, what's the immediate happening, okay? So what I like to tell them, with money saved, you save so much money, you save enough already, treat yourself to a trip to Bangkok, buy a new bag for your wife. They like to hear that the money saved is to spend, because that's their philosophy in life. Happy or sad, that's their philosophy in life. They think, you know what, tomorrow will take care of itself. Today is what comes. Yeah, okay, those explorers, those who raise their hand, you know that's true. Okay, you all have this weakness to impulse. You see something nice, you just buy it, suddenly you just forget you're supposed to save money. Okay, that's what happens to explorers. And healers, how do you sell to a healer? Okay, tell you, healers don't buy things. Healers buy people. Okay, they buy it. How many of you healers here have ever bought something you don't need because you like the person you were selling from? And it happened all the time, too many times, right? You guys are healers. You all buy people, right? The person is like, you know what? He needs help, let me support. And you're like, why do you do that? This kind of thing after I don't need the product at all. Okay? So I teach my salespeople to say this, customer, you can help me make a difference, partnering me to impact 200 lives this year. Healers don't want to know that you're selling 200 people this year. They want to know you're impacting 200 lives this year. Okay? And wizards, okay? How do you sell to wizard? Wizard wants to know that he's associating with somebody smart. Okay, so you need to know your industry really well. Okay, not just your product. You know your industry really well. Okay, they don't just want to know that you know your product. They want to know that you have the macro view of the industry, and you are somebody they want to be associated with. Because wizards, those of you wizards here, want to be associated with powerful, smart people. That's what you want. Okay, so what I teach wizards to say. Talk about the analysis, the big picture, the economic situation, the big picture. That's what they want to hear. Okay? And then when they like the concept, they like you, they feel they're quite smart, they want to be associated with you. Okay? That's how wizards think. Okay, quick one. Okay, quick one. Not enough time already. Okay. All right, so this really concludes the short little time that we have. The people mastery system is about understanding yourself, how people are different from you, learning how to read them quickly, and after that, you learn how to sell to them the way they want to be sold. Okay? The time is really short, but I want to share with you how you can go further. I brought my book here. The Mind Reader is, I can say this, right? So I have a book behind. I only brought 10 copies. I just brought 10 copies because my bag only so big, so I just brought 10 copies. So I just left it there. If you want to buy it, just go to the back and get it. This is my 2-day training compiled into that short little book. That is very concise read. You can finish it probably in a day or two. Okay, so that's all I have for you guys. Thank you, Rahul. Thank you for your time. Hope you guys learned something.